Oh, and church was good. I was like, wait a minute, there was something I was supposed to share, and then I remembered it. Church was good. It was basically about mental health. I'm going to close this because that way it doesn't drain the battery. It was basically about mental health, and basically he's like, yeah, he went to his one of his best friend's funerals, and they had been friends for like I guess they're 2 or so years. The guy was like 40-ish. One sec. Oh, come on. Yeah, so the guy was like 40-ish, and he's like, yeah, basically he died by suicide. And then like he even tried, like he was involved with different things, but then like he still chose suicide. He's like, yeah, his dad's mom, so his grandmother, ended up committing suicide. And then, was it like his brother also decided to commit suicide? So he's like, yeah, mental health needs to be talked about. And I guess back then, like, suicide was one of those things that you kind of sweep under the rugs. And he's like, yeah, so we need to talk about like mental health, anxiety, and depression and fear, and like where sometimes you might need counseling, sometimes you may need drugs. One lady, like after the sermon was pretty much done and they were up there praying, they were, they had the band, I guess. They had like 4 or 5 different people singing. And then there was a keyboardist, and then there was a lady who sang off to the side. From what I could tell, was definitely someone who was a music major because she actually also knew how to play the piano. And so at one point, the person who's normally pianist, she went ahead and was like, "Hey, can you take over for the lady who, from what I can tell, was a music major?" So she took over, and she like was crying, and then she came up and she's like, yeah, she called over a lady that she knew, um that like I kind of know, not really. She's known in the district ish. Yeah, she's known in the district. So anyway, she was like, yeah, basically go ahead and um yeah, she was like, yeah, she like went up to pray, and she's like, yeah, she had been through counseling and had been on pills, but the pills actually made her worse. Each person is different. Like, we totally get it. And so she was like, yeah, this lady started praying over her, and she had knew nothing about what was going on with her mentally. She was working. I think she recently had a kid or had a couple of kids, and basically, the lady was like, yeah, I see basically like these tentacles that are like wrapped around your head and around your throat. And it's like falling to the back or like leading to the back. And basically, where it's like choking the life out of you, basically. And she was like very, very depressed, basically, the lady who had that wrapped around her. And so the other lady, the lady who saw all this, she went ahead and prayed over her. And then after she prayed over her, she went ahead and like she was delivered, or yeah, she was basically delivered. And basically she didn't struggle with like anxiety or depression anymore. And she also said that she felt ashamed for the fact that she was dealing with all of this. And I thought that was interesting because like sometimes it is like it definitely can very much be like a oh stretch. Okay. It's definitely can be very much a spiritual thing where basically something is like constantly choking you out, and where you feel like you're dying inside, just being depressed and anxious and all that jazz. But then at the same time, like, so there's that, but at the same time, like, yeah, and she went ahead and prayed over her, and basically she was delivered. um but sometimes it can be like sometimes it's spiritual. It's definitely definitely spiritual. Sometimes drugs and counseling works, and sometimes it doesn't. And if it doesn't, like Emmer, the pastor, was like, sometimes you need drugs. And he explained in terms of drugs, like some people might think, oh, you're gonna become a drug addict. He's like, no. And he's like, sometimes it's a hormone imbalance, and sometimes it might be like something else. Like it could be hormone imbalance. He named like 2, 3 different things. One was a hormone imbalance. Another was, where are the others? So one was a hormone imbalance. Um, one was like just need more vitamins, and then there were a couple other things also, I think. But yeah, so it's like, yeah, that's true. Because I talked to one lady and she's like in the middle of the workday, and then she's just like, oh, like it's really tired. Turns out she had, I think, a vitamin D deficiency, and it's like, okay, yeah, like each person is different, and sometimes it does have to do with lack of good vitamins, or yeah, lack of vitamins and needing more hormones and like a few other things. But in this case, it was the lady who simply because like she was being oppressed by the devil and like being choked out. So yeah, I found it very realistic because each time people go through, like each person's thing is different, and each person like, can go through things differently. And sometimes, like as I said, it's really honestly demons trying to choke you out, basically. And so, yeah, I thought that was interesting and very down to earth. And I like the fact that the pastor addressed those things. He also mentioned about like at the very end, a guy like talked with him like briefly, like maybe 10 seconds or so. And he's like, yeah, I'll do that. And so he also mentioned about like, and there's some of you men who are dealing with porn issues. It's like, yeah. So yeah, yeah, it was good. And then whenever I got back, I was like, my neck hurts. This sucks. And I took a nap by leaning sort of back like this in hopes that it'll help. And I think it's helped some. And I kept some of the window down just to like let some cool air in. But yeah, hopefully, like my neck. I think what happened was that whenever I slept a couple of nights ago, I slept like this where basically my neck was leaning forward, but I really need to have my neck back. And so I've been trying to sleep like that. I noticed that taking a shower yesterday really helped a bit. So, yeah, I think I'll be good to do homework as long as I don't find it so boring I fall asleep. I I think I don't know what I need to do. I don't know. Live life. Go to Florida and work while I'm living in my car and attending classes. Just one class each semester because otherwise I'm just like, please shoot me. This is just no. So yeah. Um I don't know. Like honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I'm just like not motivated, but I really want to complete my classes. And so yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. Keep me in your prayers because yeah. Oh, I did see the photos from your siblings' business. It looks as though it's somewhat popular over the past couple nights, so that's good. Especially that people are enjoying it, and it's like, hey, like yeah. So I'm glad that people are enjoying it and having fun overall. Um, yeah, and especially it looks as though the teenagers are having a lot of fun too. That's good. I am glad that they're enjoying themselves. And it gives them something to do overall. So yeah, I'm glad that your relatives are having fun with it too. So yeah. Anyways, I will talk to you later. I think that's about it that I can think of. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. Let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about, and I will respond later on. So yeah, talk to you later. Bye.